It's BuMpY's frozen pizza reviews. Yeah!
On this BuMpY frozen pizza review, Katie's pepperoni with wildflower honey pizza. It was cooked in a wood-fired oven at 800 degrees to give it a nice little char look on the bottom. I'm going to be cooking this on the pizza stone, 450 degrees. It calls for 425, directly on rack for a crispier crust, or on a stone or a pan for a softer crust. But we'll cook it at that higher temperature for the recommended time. This costs $13.49 at Target for this pizza. Alright, so I cooked this on the top rack. It was the second rung down, trying different things. Definitely charred the pepperoni a bit there. And I cooked this for 11 minutes. Let's go ahead and cut into it and see how it sounds. Definitely crispy on the corner. And there we go. Alright, well, let's take this over for the review. Alright, so here we are. About to do the review. Definitely smell the cheese on this one. Cheese is looking pretty good. It's got a little bit of that kind of blistered coloration to it. Pepperoni's charred. It actually looks decent. I like kind of the charring that happened there with the ronies and a little bit around the top edge. I think it was kind of, some of it was already colored like that because of the way that they do the crust there. It's wood fired at 800 degrees, whatever. But let's go ahead and grab a slice here. Pick it up. That's what the undercarriage is looking like. It does look good. It does have a little bit of a flop to it. Definitely crisp on the edges. Yeah, you do get some of that honey. Pepperonis are kind of hard to smell, but all right, let's dive on it. Cheers. Plenty of cheese. It's a good cheese, good chewy cheese. I didn't look to see exactly. I think it's mostly mozzarella, but there could be some other cheeses in there. It has a lot more flavor on the cheese than just mozzarella, it seems. Pepperonis don't seem to have a lot of flavor. They're not like spicy. There's not a lot to them. You do get like kind of a base pepperoni. The dough is very doughy-like. It does taste like a dough. A little bit of the honey flavor. It's there's no sauce. There's no sauce in this pizza. It's like a white pizza. Which I'm not a big fan of white pizzas. It's kind of just like a cheesy bread. Lots of cheese though. The cheese is excellent on this. Definitely crunchy on the outside here. I have to pause this because Telly wants to come in. Alright, so just gonna finish this one up. I'll grab another slice. I think I already kind of know what I feel about this one, but this slice looks absolutely great on the bottom. Guess it depends on where it's at in the oven. This is definitely towards the back side of the oven. That's where it got more of the kind of char around the edges and stuff. And yeah, let's continue on. I am starting to pick up a little bit more of that kind of saltiness and stuff from the pepperonis. I don't know, these pepperonis, they need a little bit more to them. Some spiciness or something. They're just a little bit on the bland side. They do have that kind of salty, like stored meat type thing. But anyways, the honey is kind of lackluster. You pick it up maybe just a little bit, but it's definitely not blasting. But let's go ahead and give you a crunch on that corner right there. with that bit of a char. Not only the crust you're picking up that kind of charred note on the crust, but also the pepperoni. It almost tastes like a little bit like burnt bacon when it's crisped up like that. Very, very crispy bacon. So probably a lot of pork in this pepperoni. Yeah. What I think about this pizza overall, I think it's way overpriced. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of like a white pizza. I like red sauce pizzas. The cheese on this is top notch, so loving the cheese flavors, the aromas from the cheese, the just the feel of chewing on cheese. So kudos to the cheese. The crust isn't bad. Probably cooking it on the rack would make this pizza much better, just crisping it up throughout versus being more on the doughy side. At least this one was cooked all the way through. There was no like raw dough type texture in the center of the pizza at all. It was very well cooked at least. But yeah, just no red sauce. I didn't realize that when I bought the pizza. The honey could be, a bit better. I don't know. A Mike's hot honey, I think, would have done it wonders versus just a raw honey. And the pepperonis, I think, I don't know what pepperonis they're using, but I would just prefer a bit more flavor out of the pepperoni. So yeah, overall, price-wise, I don't think that this pizza's worth it. Go get yourself some nice cheesy breadsticks. They make them with pepperonis and stuff too. I think you'll probably be satisfied with that, and I think you can find different frozen, like in the frozen pizza section, there's some places that do these kind of cheese breads or cheese sticks, whatever. And I think that's pretty much what this is. It's just like a pizza-shaped cheesy bread. So I don't know. I think it's good. I think it has good flavors. Like I said, most of the items on it, damn good. But just overall, what it could be and the price just kind of keeps in that good range. And I would personally look elsewhere for this pizza in particular. I'm not saying elsewhere overall for Katie's. I do think that they make a good product. But anyways, cheers and thanks for watching.